What's good, friendly ghosts? How's everybody been doing? Merry Christmas, Merry late Christmas, all that good stuff. Man, it's been a pretty decent holiday. It's been all good feelings. Nothing but good chubby stuff out there. We got that new blue point, whatchamacallit, whatever you want to call it. I haven't reported on any of that stuff because it doesn't seem like it's big enough, When it comes to something that I feel is worth, speaking on, then, but this is kind of just like, I feel like they've mailed in the towel, a long time ago. Like, they released that one Halloween tease, and then he's like, oh, we said too much, let's keep it extremely vague from here on out. Make sure that nobody knows what we're talking about. Everybody's going to just toss, it's Mario, it's Cinderella, the HD collection, people are just gonna just get their own, whatever they can see with their colorful eyes, and they're just gonna spin it whichever way that they want it to, so I'm not even going to try that. It's way too vague. People are saying that the heroes and the adventurers part, that's Legend of Dragoon-esque, and, you could say that about just about anything, in existence. Well, we have a spiky-haired New Year's Eve. I'm like, oh, spikes, spikes equals 10 times, the amount of bangs on Dart's forehead, divided by the more that people actually involved on a project actually speak the name of thy game, the less I start thinking that it's actually something that they're doing. Like one of the people, I'm not even going to speak on it because I don't even want to make anything of this. But I don't want anybody to get in trouble. But just when people were just like asking, these people for information all this time, it makes me so nervous because I'm like, any moment now they're just going to say, enough of this. We're not doing Dragoon, just stop, And it sucks for them because no matter what they do at Blue Point, no matter what they do, some some group of people, they're going to get disappointed either way. Whether it's, whatever they put out, somebody is going to be disappointed. A lot of people are going to be disappointed. Or they're going to get their it's going to be, disappointing for them, I said the right word, and they didn't ask for that. They just trying to put out a good game, a decent game for the people to, just a mark in history, to make a great game. That's all they're trying to do, and everybody is so involved with it now, and, I just think that that's got to be kind of unnerving, to be an employee of, just working on something. You have all these people asking for something that's probably not the right product. It's probably not the right thing that you're working on, and they're so hyped for this thing, and you're like, well, I'm not working on that, so how are we going to spin this when it comes time to announce it? I just can't imagine how that's going to be for them. And I just hope that everybody be respectful, no matter what their project turns out to be. I hope that everybody just turns out and just be chill about it. Don't make too much of a fuss. You didn't get what you wanted. Just times flow. We keep moving on. We're gonna hit it. One of these times, one of these days. I just hope that everybody just be chill about it. Be respectful to the people working on the game, the people, in the different crowds, or actually, I don't care if you're respectful to anybody else. Talk all the trash you want. Talk all the trash you want about Crash Bandicoot. I don't do your thing. I'm cool with it. But man, it's got to be sucked to be them in some aspect. But at the same time, they said they like seeing passion, and they're definitely getting passion. I'm just happy that people on the LOD side are being relatively respectful about all of this, and they're being mostly chill. Probably they're bugging a bit too much, probably, but whatever. At the worst, you're going to get blocked, and if they respond to you, they respond to you for being a pest, and they deconfirm any game because of you. I'm just saying, you're going to be the one that we're all going to come down on. We're going to be pointing fingers at you. You did this. You're responsible for this not happening. You know, but it's cool. Nothing's been happening this week as of late. There's been no news about anything. You know, just that poem happened. Yeah, pretty much that's about it. So I've been actually working on this, and I've been doing a lot of hype stuff. So if you're down for some RPG Maker 3, then I'm going to be doing some RPG Maker 3. And I'm going to show you some stuff I've been working on over the holidays, you know, for the past few days. I've been kind of on the edge I've been kind of skeptical about what I was going to do for the holidays, because I usually, every year I put out like a combo video or play some fighting games. And I didn't really do that this year. I wasn't even in the mood to do it. I might do it later. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But I was just like working on this the whole time. So I'm going to show this off and I'm going to play this instead. And I'm going to just play it and try to beat it. And I'm going to point out some bugs if I find some bugs. Because I've been putting in some neat mechanics. I've been trying to polish it as much as I possibly could to make it look nice, fresh, and, you know, flamboyant. You know, for the visual entertainment, you know, the visual nibbles. I've been trying to make it really, really noticed, you know, for the outside looking in. Adding a bit more content to it, making it a bit more charming. Let's check it out, because I've added some new gameplay elements to it as well. And here we go. Alright, I've been kind of... If there's things that I'm on the fence about changing, is that intro. I feel like it's too long. Actually, I had an idea about how I was going to change that, and I just haven't done it yet. I'm going to put the option to skip it before you go through that cutscene, because that's a long way to introduce the game, and then we're not even done introducing, so... Yeah, so let me say the things that I've added on. I've added a lot of collectibles, a lot of ways. I added a lot of collectibles. I added crafting. I've added what's it called? A nature element to the game, or a hazard weather event to the game, where if you have to be cautious about where you're at certain times, because nature is going to come through on certain aspects of the main map that you're on, and you have to get like to a safe spot. Otherwise, if you get caught in the wrong spot, then you might get a game over. So I've added that to the game, and I've added a lot more puzzles, a lot more characters. I added a lot of more NPCs, towns, to try to make it a bit more charismatic. And yeah, that's pretty much the main thing I've added, along with additional balances. These things right here or part of the collectibles, but they're like I added 2 sets of collectibles. One of the collectibles are crafting, another of the collectibles are just mini games, which is we'll get to later. And this one is actually to help you as you progress through the game. They're like finding spots. If you find like a new location or an area, then you can get these and you can collect them, and you can tribute them to get new abilities. Also, there's a score. I put a score in the game, so I put in like a time score. I put in like a an enemy score, and I put these things in the game so once you finish the chapter, you get a score at the end, you know? So I've been working on putting that in as well, and these are part of that. They're collectibles. And if you take too long, then your score will get lower. If you kill a lot of enemies, your killing score will be higher, and you get rewards for that going into the next chapter. So then it was just, let me play the game. Okay, I can't get that for some reason from that one spot. Okay, well, this is some RPG Maker 3 stuff. You have to get it from this side apparently. Alright, so let's just continue on. And I'll just talk about other things that I changed. This is all changed right here. This is a completely new area. Just to try to add more cinematics to whatever. We'll keep with the female. We'll keep with shea butter. Alright, and that's pretty much all the intro. So here's some of the collectibles I put in. And let me just show off one of the collectibles that are for crafting specifically. I feel like there's something that happened that I wanted, that's on the tip of my mind, but I just can't think of it right now. Alright, so let me click on this. Alright, that's a little nice touch. It's not really all that much, but just showing the item makes it a bit more personal, that you're collecting these things. I feel like that's more involving than just putting like a text over it, so yeah, there's that as well that I put in. Just a nice touch. And I try to fit like a nice fitting music to go with it. Something calm, but something not too dull either. Something that's just comfortable to listen to. Alright, so we're not even in the main game yet. We're still at the intro. So we're just collecting, just building up as much as we can before we actually get to the game. And this is the same project I've been working on, which is you build your own character with stats. Their base stats are at 0. And you customize your character however you want them. Of course, there are limitations I put in to keep the game balanced. But the creativity is all up to the player. And that's the main thing I wanted to get down, is to have a lot more freedom into how you want to play the game, how you want to build your character, how far can you go? Alright, so how will you improve? I'm gonna just put it all in strength. And I want critical hit or more dodging and speed. I'm gonna go for critical hit. Go all the way in with strength. And we'll go with the strong weapon, which is, for her, I think is like a chance to hit a double. So we'll go with that. Replenish side ability. Energy down, or energy plus, and we got a defense down. With defense down in this game, it works for... It affects your hitting for melee and your magic attacks, your skill attacks. Anything that you do is going to get magnified by the defense down that it does on the enemy. But if you were to use like an attack up, which is this one right here, it only works for physical attacks, nothing else. So that's just a variable for it. And also, defense down works for all of your party members, and attack up only works depending on how many members you want it to work for. Alright, so that's that. And I think we're going to go with attack up and revive. Alright. Notice how some of the text boxes are different designs. I need to fix that up. I don't really like this one. I like the more involved and decorative one. It looks cooler to me. It looks a bit cooler, man. And let's just do this real quick. Some of the areas need to load out, so when you put up the menu and take the menu down, it loads the map for you. So here's another change I did. I added a new area. This used to be a house right here blocking it, and it was just looked at just like this. But I opened it up and I added an entirely new area. And so now, you know, we had more stuff to do. So let's do one of them. Man, I'm hungry. Every time I start doing this, I get really hungry. Alright. We got good old Piper Wellington, you know, just chilling in a cut. Yeah, I was trying to just add more characters, more NPCs in the game, make the game feel a bit more alive. Because there was just only like 2 characters on a map before. And what's this? We already have wheat, but I think we could collect a lot of these. Treasure items only stack once, so there's no point in really getting them more than once if you already have it. Until you use it for something. Fishing lure. Nice, nice, nice. Now, I don't think I really want to do this just yet. Actually, let me load up my weapon. I don't have it on yet. So let me look at this real quick. Make sure I have the right one. Smash. Your smash doubles your attack at a given chance. So here's a fishing mini game I put in, which isn't really a mini game. It's just, you know, doing what I can. But I changed. I have a lot of different fights in the game. There are different fighting types. And this is what I would call a fishing fight, where it's completely different for how the rest of the game plays. So all you need to do is hit them once, but they have a lot of agility. And there's a random chance that they could just instant KO you. Like that. But I have the revive on, so we still got a chance to catch this fish. And of course, even after you beat it, there's still a random chance of them actually dropping, you know, the treasure that says you caught the fish. So I guess we'll just treat it like whether or not you actually reeled them in. So we actually got the fish. Yeah. So yeah, these would be, I haven't finished these yet, but these would be like little side quests that I have, mainly just for fun, but you know, you could do them. And her animations are just so off the chart. I can't make her do anything normal, you know, I'm still looking for something normal. Alright, so we got a quest from her. What? Excuse me. Alright, so this is all just side stuff. You know, I found that I have a lot of content in the game now where you can actually just spend more time than I want you to do than actually completing the game. You know, I have like, it's like a bunch of different games on the side that you can do to earn stuff for the real game. If that makes sense. Let's see where my health is. My health is still recovering from that instant KO. And so let's just talk to these new NPCs that I added. Okay, so C is actually involved with some of the new weather mechanics I have going on. So just in case that the new weather stuff gets too inconvenient, if you just return to the base and just talk to her, you can get it over with. But you know, I just have it in there anyway, just because I think it's cool to look at. And also, I found out a new strat that it's completely useless for the most part, but it's a glitch that people probably know about. So when you're close to an object and you bring up the menu, you can do a backdash. There is a backdash tech in this RPG maker. So when you're against like an object and you pause it and you unpause, it moves you back a space. So if you angle it right, you can walk on uncharted territory like this. You see? So yeah, I thought that was something cool that I just found out. But you can only do it if you're like up against a solid object. I don't think people count. It has to be something on the map. And you can use that to like morph into stuff. And this is one of the collectible related events where you have to collect souls and stuff, and these souls reflect on your score that you would get at the end. Combine pure ore with soul. Okay, this is the first time I tested this. So if it goes wrong, it's going to loop and keep looping until the game crashes and I have to restart it. But hopefully it doesn't do that. Combine pure ore soul with spirit charge. We do it with spirit charge, because it only takes one use to get a reward from it. Alright, nice. And did it take the item? It took the item, so yeah, it worked. So if we go up here to this new area that I put in, which is like you collect souls and you tribute them to this place, and if you tribute enough souls, then not only does your score increase, but you get a chance to get rare stuff. So it says I have one. Nice. Yeah, so it's a little cool stuff, you know. It's not much, but I'm doing what I can. Broke man, improvise. That's my entire life. Alright, so what was I gonna do? I was gonna go over here, show off one last NPC just for the heck of it. Heck of it. Who are you? Who are you? And I didn't get to see your animation. Let me see your animation. I put a lot of time into it. Okay, cool. That's all I wanted. And save area. We don't have enough coin to get to it. Let's try it anyway. So let me see if I can do this. The backspace tech here, because this is a solid object. I don't know. It's not working yet. Let me get a better angle. I'm willing to bet that if I get the right angle, I can do it with this pole. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's working. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, snap. So you see? Yeah. Yeah, so a new, what I call it, backspace tech? What's it called? Backdash. A backdash. You got a new backspace tech in RPG Maker 3. Alright. And I guess we'll just go on and just try to progress.